Previously on our Tasmanian adventure. Early morning, Wangaratta. Just about to catch up with Gaz and the boys.
You got no suspension and no brakes. Nice one, Adrian.
Just imagine how excited we were now, boys and girls. And who knows where the fuck we are, that we are travelling in the direction of Stanley. But sitting next to the giant man, baby, as we ride through beautiful Tasmania. And in our excitement, we all forgot to let our tyres down.
I don't like sand.
Oh no! No.
Rocket Man decided to go for a swim.
Oh no! Quick! Doesn't get any harder, but it just keeps going. How hard could it be?
Welcome to Tasmaniacs! Episode 4. G'day everyone, Artist Wayne here, somewhere on the Balfour track in Tasmania, and our mate Rocket has decided to go for a swim. And it appears the rest of us have just f***ed off, leaving poor Gaz Gaz and Adrian the pin-up boy to rescue the Rocket Man. Run, Forrest, run! Well, this could seriously put a spanner in the works.
Has it given you bad warnings?
Yeah, let me just check it before we start it.
So I went up to about the midway up the engine by the looks of it. Where's your airbox?
Oh, the intake's up here.
Oh, well, you should be fine.
Well, it's on the low side though. So.
Yeah, but that didn't go underwater. It's up to you.
Let's all just think positive thoughts.
Is your engine run thing on? It looks like it's in the off position. That could have been ugly.
Clearly we dodged a bullet there. Okay, everyone now needs to take care when doing these water crossings. We don't need another scare like that.
Nice! You right? Well saved! Well saved!
Alright, we were well over halfway on the Balfour track now, but we still had a long ride ahead of us because our accommodation was in Strahan. Actually, the boys had accommodation booked, but Adrian and I weren't too sure. It just depended on what Santiago had organised, and of course whether we get there or not. You see, we were about to ride up Mount Balfour, which I for one thought was a bad idea, considering how the weather was looking, and I distinctly remember Gaz Gaz saying, "Where's your sense of adventure, Wayne?" So off we went to ride up a big-ass mountain when clearly there was a massive storm on its way. Quite possibly an electrical storm. But I guess we'll be safe on top of a mountain sitting on our motorcycles with a highly flammable fuel tank lodged safely between our legs. What could go wrong? And please don't be fooled by the camera view, this thing is steep. And as Bing and I waited up there for the rest of the boys, or a lightning strike, whichever one came first, my earlier thoughts on it being a bad idea were confirmed, because from where we were sitting, we could see a huge storm approaching us at a fast rate of knots. Not that Gaz Gaz gave a shit. He was oblivious to the weather like only a giant man baby could be.
No chicken track for Gary. No chicken track for Gary, up the middle. I want up the hard bit.
Bingus Kahn looks slightly concerned.
That looks hard.
I must say Gaz Gaz gave it a red hot go, but when he almost flipped his bike he came to his senses. We all decided to turn around. I'm pretty sure it was beginning to snow, and so we all turned around and headed back down. Well, all of us except for me, that is. First I needed to drag my rear wheel out of the giant hole I'd made. And so it was that we wasted so much unnecessary time, and I wasted a lot of energy, but in the end it didn't really matter because we were about to waste a whole lot more time and energy thanks to Gaz Gas.
Bye-bye.
I really did feel like riding off and leaving him. I mean, why would he ride through that? Why? This is what happens when you don't ride the chicken track! Clearly Gaz Gaz was channeling his inner mad mal. My fellow adventure riders, we've become accustomed to this, dragging bikes out of sticky situations. And so it was that we dragged Gaz Gaz's DR650 out from this black Balfour quicksand.
Obvious.
Oh. The only one carrying our trap.
Hold up. 1, 2, 3.
I'm not doing much.
You're not doing shit. You're not doing anything.
Just for the video.
Have more fucking...
Yeah, that's good. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, look out!
Right.
We're getting to that point of monkey gum. Alright, onward and upward. And this time we were going upward.
We're up the left and cut across before, just about this far before him, where he is now. Nice! That was well done. You'll get going from there, I reckon. Don't spin. You're on good rock. Yep, he's down. If he rolls back to that, just that clutch bit, will be fine. Yeah, of course I am. What do you think I've come back for? Ready? Yep. Hop on from this side.
Come on, pin-up boy, you can do it!
Woo! Yeah! Nice!
After the rock climbing, we were back in the bogs, and I learned fairly quickly that you can't always follow in the tracks of a DR650. Brendo was up ahead of me, but maybe he was just chewing up the track. But at least I can extricate my own bike myself, not like some people. Let's see how Santiago fares in exactly the same spot. Just check out that high-grade Balfour mud.
Yes. I didn't think people would get that out. That's a good effect. Fucking hell.
We made it! We made it! It's the end! The Rocket Man gets out fast, yeah! How good was that? Another notch in our belt. We were triumphant and successful in conquering the Balfour track.
How'd you like that, Gaz? Good?
Lovely. Entertaining.
Wow, you could show a lot more enthusiasm, Gaz. And now we were on the beautiful Western Explorer, the highway which traces the world-famous Tarkine Wilderness area. And we were making our way towards Corinna. Plus, we were staying in front of all the bad weather. How good are we? You see, nobody knew it yet, but the northwest coast of Tasmania was about to flood. So trust me when I say we really dodged a giant bullet. Finally, we made it to Corinna, an oasis in the remote wilderness. It's here that we would catch the ferry across the Pyman River. This is actually the last cable-driven barge remaining in Tasmania. And when you arrive at the dock, there's a sign clearly stating, "Do not push the button. It only annoys the ferry operator." Of course, one of the boys had to push the button, and no, this time it wasn't the giant man baby.
Do you want to know who pressed the button? It was him! It was him! The Colombian!
$13. So it's $13 per bike. You can pay cash on the barge if you like, but I'd rather use pay by card up in reception up there.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'd be great. Thank you. When did we want to go across? Pretty much as soon.
Yeah, once we pay, we'll go.
Actually, we might as well have a drink first.
Where are we, boys?
Corinna.
Wiseman's Ferry.
Mangoes? Central mango.
The Amazon. The Amazon.
I'm riding with a bunch of comedians.
You want the ticket?
Yeah, have you all got tickets? Or
Yeah.
Did everyone got it?
Yeah. Oh, you got to touch his spit now. Oh, you're hopeless. Oh, look at that fight. Oh, spot painting. My sponsor.
Well, we made it all the way from Stanley, the Sandy Cape track, the Balfour track, onto the Western Explorer, into Corinna, across the Pyman River. Not too long now and we'd be arriving at our destination, Strahan. What a brilliant day! And when we hit Zeehan, we were planning to ride the Montezuma Falls track, but considering how late it was and how much fun we'd already had, we thought it best to push on for Strahan. It was time to relax, and hopefully Adrian and I had accommodation. Finally arrived at Strahan, we found out that Santiago hadn't organised accommodation for Adrian and I, but the lady at the Strahan holiday retreat did a brilliant job of upgrading us so the three of us could stay together. How cosy. And as being Brendo, Gaz Gaz and Rocket rode around in circles looking for their accommodation, we checked the map. Being with the boys in tow, continued to do laps around the park, made me wonder how we navigated this far. Time to get cleaned up and head out for dinner and listen to Santiago blame me all night for causing him to crash on the Balfour track.
Look how far away I am. Look. No, not that far away.
There was just no convincing him it was his own fault. What a day. I wonder what tomorrow would bring. Well, shit, it looks like it brought rain. No wonder that bloke has a boat on the roof of his van. We're going to the cafe. Bing's already gone to Hobart to get brake pads. So, I don't think we'll see him and the other boys. Well, they're talking about riding dirt, but we're fair weather adventure riders and we think we'll only travel an hour.
My foot's so wet.
After a hearty breakfast with the boys, except for Big, who left early and headed to Hobart for brake pads, we were ready for what I reckon was going to be a miserable and wet ride. Although I couldn't leave until I found my keys.
Do you reckon you left it in your bike?
Did I or not? Surely I did. Did I? Fucking hell! Here we are at the BP workshop. We're still waiting for Gaz. We haven't left town yet. He's not even there. Hurry up, Gaz! What are you doing, Gaz?
You'll see. I'm robbing, what is it? Robbing from Peter to pay Paul?
I think you'll find that's robbing Peter to pay Paul, Gaz. And we're off. I hate riding on the road at the best of times, but riding on the road in the wet, well, that just sucks. Plus, I didn't know what the pin lock was for that came with my helmet, so I left it at home.
Shake your head around.
There's nothing worse than riding on a wet, slippery road when you can't see out of your helmet. Anyway, let me give you an update on why we were all riding together and we were riding on the road. Back at Strahan, when we were having breakfast, some locals informed us that the whole of the west coast had flooded and all the rivers and creeks on the tracks we planned to ride would be too high to cross. Our accommodation for tonight was supposed to be Myena, but seeing as Bingus Kahn could only get breaks in Hobart, we figured we might as well catch up to him and all of us head to Hobart together. Meeting Bing at Derwent Bridge for lunch sounded like a great idea.
No, I went to do it and everyone moved their glasses away.
Alright, the team was back together. We were once again the Magnificent Seven. Unfortunately, when we left the Derwent Bridge Wilderness Hotel, it was still raining. But now that we were heading over to the eastern side of Tasmania, specifically the city of Hobart, we were fairly confident we'd be leaving the rain behind. And as I passed Rocket on his BMW F800 GS, Adrian on his KTM 790 Adventure, Gaz Gaz on his DR650/Mini T, Brendo also on a DR650, and our Navigator Supreme, the one and only Bingus Kahn, riding his little CRF 250R Honda. I couldn't help but think life was good because we were in Tasmania.
How'd you like that ride, Adrian? Oh, there you are.
After our little drinky poo at Gretna, it wasn't long before we found ourselves in amongst the city hustle and bustle of Hobart. Fortunately for Gaz and the boys, they had no problem organising an extra day's accommodation. However, Santiago, Adrian and I weren't so lucky. So we left it up to Adrian, the pin-up boy, to organise it for us.
What has Adrian done? What has he done?
Call.
It turned out that Adrian had organised 2 beds for 3 people. Well played, Adrian. Well played.
Hey,
We're trying to
I was
sort
on a
out-
mission.
We're trying to sort out our accommodation.
It's sorted. He said it was sorted. You get 2 rooms.
Got to
and a
try to
bundle.
squeeze a little bed in the room.
Just bet the beds for you too. 5-star.
Gaz and the boys did well. Their accommodation was perfect.
How's this for a room?
I haven't even drank it yet.
The room.
He calls himself a YouTuber and he's got no batteries somewhere.
We're looking at look at the view.
Useless. Useless.
3 of us are sleeping in here.
How many, out of all the batteries you got, how many of them work?
We can't even get food here
Why?
because they're renovating. Come here. We can't even get food here.
There was a big sign outside. Can you read?
I can't read it, but I didn't see the sign.
What did the sign say?
No food because BYO and
So we have to go out for dinner.
Okay, no food at the pub, so we had to go find some.
What are you guys up to? Mischief!
And to find out what mischief we get up to, you'll have to wait for episode 5. So hit the like button and subscribe, because I'm artist Wayne Dowsent, and this is Tasmaniacs!